Okay, Kenyo, if I would like you to suggest how to use AI to find out a discovery of a new drug, how can you do that? You can advise us.
I think this one should be done by using the generative AI.
Okay.
So where you need to prepare a lot of the data sheet or some research paper or journal that talk about how we discover the drug previously. And then when we feed in all this information to the generative AI, hopefully it can learn something from there. And then next time when we ask him, it's able to tell us how to discover a new drug. So you want to know more about this part?
Wow, like that also can. Okay, let's Sembang AIoT. Okay, it's very funny, funny beginning lah, yeah, because usually if let's say we want to find out how to use AI to discover the new drug, of course you have to find scientists, you have to do a lot of research, and then you have to do, of course, you have to stick a professional or those researcher, those paper published, then you can derive more things from there. But what Kenyo answer is, yeah, we just use those paper published by these scientists, published by those researcher, those people who have done, and digitize it onto the generative AI. Then you ask back, ask this Gen AI to suggest to you, or ask the ChatGPT. When you put in on the ChatGPT, you ask ChatGPT to suggest to you how. This is one part of how you can use the Gen AI, So it's very funny, right? Yeah. So actually, the AI actually make world more funny. Okay, of course, today we are not going to talk about this generative AI. Our topic today is going to talk about the smart inventory, using AI also, or smart inventory using AIoT. So thank you for watching. My name is Cecily.
Yeah, my name is Kennel.
Yeah, welcome to this channel, Sembang AIoT again. And then a clip of 1 week passed very fast.
Yeah.
This week actually passed so fast, for me.
Yeah, we're only working for 4 days.
Maybe working for 4 days. That was the main issue. That was the main issue. So of course, we come back to this smart inventory. Yeah, today our topic is going to be a smart inventory. Smart inventory involve what? What are the inventory that normally, let's focus in the manufacturing. What are the smart inventory that we are concerned with?
Usually talking about how many product or tools suddenly disappear and you cannot find it.
Stock, basically stock. Stocking, and what type of product, how many of them, where are they located, where is part of warehouse that you are locating it, and then what about the consumption, what you want to keep track. You want to keep track of how many of them balance, or how many you have stock up. Now these are all related to the smart inventory. And then how can we use AI or IoT to help you to build this smart inventory? That is the main topic for today. Yeah. So okay. Before we go into deeper, in this smart inventory, what do you think? In the past, how these people is tracking of this inventory?
How these people do
a very conventional method. How normally people will do the inventory?
Every stock has a serial number.
They have a stock card. They have a stock card. That is very old. Don't talk about those old things. Maybe right now they are all barcoding. Barcoded. Scan. Warehouse management. So they will go into the system and so on. This is how people track. Is there a new way? So that is the main topic about today. So maybe can we have one of our slide? Okay, last week we talked about the AIoT, the IoT or IT and OT hierarchy, and then how you can transfer or exchange data from those AI object detection Yeah. So today, at the last part of this our session, Ken-Leong, I think, going to explain more about how this object detection, rather than object detection, is there another applications in terms of computer vision AI? Yeah. So that is a thing. So can we have this thing? Yeah. So last week we talked about the pyramid, the automation pyramid, or this IR4 pyramid, or you call it or IT/OT hierarchy pyramid. So at the very bottom level, there is a few device. Yeah, a few device. Right? Where is it? Hold on a second. Okay, there's a few device. Yeah, so also you have another layer where PLC is reside up to the SCADA and MES and ERP. You know, so these are the area where you can. Last week we talked about how this after object detection, you know, especially with the MES. With the MES. So today, if we talk about smart inventory, we are not running from the main core topic here on the MES also, because MES basically one part of that, and also you are able to do some inventory tracking, especially barcoding. And right now, so later on we are going to share with you how this RFID can play into part, you know, in the application of IoT. Yeah, and then followed by the AI. So let's move on from here. Yeah, of course, we talk about this edge AI. You know, we use edge AI to do object detection, and then to verify, to do some quality checking before transferring data to the MES. Yeah, that was the last week. So those of you who want to see those past things, you know, you can watch the last week session. So. Followed by the MES main functionality, where production tracking management is concerned, real-time production monitoring, and also work order management. This is very common in the whole manufacturing, production tracking, traceability. Traceability is related to smart inventory, you know, where things is moving, where are they, you know, from incoming material, where are they heading to, at which part they are located. You know, these are all under the traceability. So I won't touch the rest of the part. Then we move on to also on the QC checking. Last week also we talked about QC checking, how to use edge AI to check, verify, and then you can make use of our what we call the AIoT AIS Connect, one part of our vision, computer vision, what they call AI suite, you know, that help you to do that. That is a last week topic. Then we move on. So now today, so we talk about computer vision AI in a smart inventory. This part maybe I would like Ken-Leong to just touch a little bit more before we are able to have this picture. Yeah, this picture is of course. Can blow this thing up? Yeah. So this part is talking about what? Maybe Ken-Leong can explain from here.
So this part is talking about using the object detection to locate your stock, and then at the same time you can do some object counting, how many stock you have over there, that are they put in the correct rack or not.
Okay. So that is one part, you know, whether it's you're putting it on the correct rack or not. But it can also use basically the computer vision can use that. You can use computer vision to identify what kind of you can classify them, what type of product, how many of them, or even OCR it, you know, what kind of numbering, how many stock for this model you have, how many stock for that you are having. Those kind of things that you are doing. Okay, so so in terms of this computer vision AI, sometimes it's not so practical lah. It's not so practical because if once you have some hidden or double layer thing, that will
we don't know. You cannot do the counting anymore.
Yeah. So that is one part, you know. So let's move on from here. We have another part talking about how can you use, before that, yeah, one more. No, one more. Yeah. So yeah, before we come to the, there's the middle one is actually the RFID lah, yeah. So by using, if let's say there are two key mobility account mobile technology that we have. Drone is one of them, very, very useful. One drone. So you can fly a drone on a different level. Then you can keep track of all. Definitely not gripping the thing lah. Yeah, the picture is is gripping the thing is maybe not yet, but mainly if let's say you are able to scan, using a camera, you stream down. Can we do that?
Yeah, okay. I think even gripping the thing also possible.
Yeah, I think it's there, but today we want to go to the gripping lah, because on let's say you want to check the inventory at a different level. Is it possible to have that?
Yes, it's possible.
So we can use one of the mobile technology where drone is able to put into practice. We do have several of partners or friends who build drone. Yeah, one of them is an Asian drone. Yeah, it's one of the Malaysia IoT Association member. So we know them very well. Yeah, so they have they also having a teaching class on how to fly drone and things like that. So with the camera they carry along, that when after they stream down this image, you can use basically. I don't think you are going to put the AI engine onto the
that one is not
edge because it will eat up a lot of this power. But you can stream down to the host on the main to analyze, to identify, to do the counting for you, everything, those things I think is possible. Yeah, that is using drone. By the way, if you are just starting to watch us, you are on this Sembang AIoT. We are doing this live every Friday, 4 p.m. Me and Ken Leong here always talk about some of the, we share some of the technology, especially AI and IoT that we are talking about. Mainly are on the industrial IoT and or industrial AI application or mostly are in the industry. Yeah, these are the area where we are talking. I know in this area, this is very niche. We do not have many followers, but if you find this channel relevant, you can always follow us and like us and also share. These are the things that your support actually helping us to do more from here. So of course, if you do have some what they call the idea or some question, you can interact with us live. This is a live, yeah. So you can talk to us, or you can send message, in this chat box. Yeah. So the other mobile technology that we have is this AMR. This AMR is basically this one. Yeah. This one. Okay. Yeah, this one of the 𝐄𝐫𝐫𝐫𝐸𝐻 AMR builder support package is another area where we are focusing, where we can just leave it here. We can sit here, no problem. Yeah. So this piece we have just received back. Those of you who has followed us in the past, maybe 4 or 5 months ago.
6 months already.
Half a year ago, yeah. So we do have a prototype, we do have a prototype which is running on the Scuttle. It's a Scuttle robot, it's a Scuttle AMR, but it's built in with this 𝐄𝐫𝐫𝐸𝐻 builder support package right now, because the other day we sent back to Taipei. The Taipei team actually built everything, and then they use back the same very primitive LiDAR sensors, and then very primitive thing, motor controller. They use exactly the same Scuttle prototyping to allow it to do some navigation, to allow that to do some what they call mapping and so on. according to them, we just got it back 3 days ago. So we do not know how is it working yet, based on the one of the colleague in this Taipei, they say very, very accurate. We don't know yet. So next week we are going to have more, and if we have chance, we are going to interview the Scatter Robot boss, at this we are going to have that in a technology park. Where is the technology park? Under Meranti, their office is they have one office there. So we are going to do an interview there. We are planning. So we only talk about autonomous mobile robot. How to build the autonomous mobile robot. That is the thing that we are going to do. So again, for those of you who just join us, do send us some idea or comment or anything like that. We welcome all the ideas. So of course, we only talk technology. We try to bring up more technology, smart technology, especially. We started because of the Industry 4.0, Industry 4.0, and then how to use Industry 4.0. This morning, actually, we met up with one of our customers. It's 2.0. So how can we do from 2.0? We jump to 4.0. That is another thing that we are trying to do. So on and off, we do have a more case study we're going to share with you here. But then coming back to this warehouse thing, how can you use AMR to help you to do smart inventory? What do you think?
How we use AMR? So first, the AMR, you must install some camera, so that the camera have the eyes to help you to see where is your stock located. So behind is running some object detection algorithm to help the AMR identify the stock and their position. And then next, we also need some like OCR to recognize the labels on the stock, so that you would pick up the wrong product. And that's it. The two basic functions the AMR must have.
What about the AMR carrying the RFID together?
AMR carrying RFID? You mean the RFID transceiver? Wow, this one I never think about it.
Is it possible?
I think it's possible.
It's possible. You carry just like a human being. You see, we talk about smart technology, we talk about smart mobile device is to help you to replace your leg, to replace your hand, maybe not hand, to replace you to have a very high level. You use drone to fly, you don't need to climb there. That is the technology that we have. That's why in this Industry 4.0, some of the components, some of the pillars and some of the components, one part of it is drone, and also the mobile robot, is other than IoT and AI, other than IoT. So that is actually one whole set. It comes with a combo, whether you use it or you don't use it. So in this case, actually, our prototyping of this AMR, we do have a 3D camera. But how much 3D camera is able to help you to do some scanning? Of course, you want to do this QR code scanning, you want to do this OCR, you actually do not need the 3D scanning. But one of the prototype come with this Intel 3D scan, 3D RealSense camera. This part is able to allow it to be able to identify the depth of it, the depth of the surrounding. So stay tuned. Next week we are going to bring more autonomous mobile robot. If we have more time, we can talk about some computer vision AI built in together with it. Because last time we do have, but it's more on the loosely connected. So that is one part. And then we go back. How can you use? This part is on the RFID. You see, when we visited some of the factory, and then we visited some of the place where they want to have they already suggested or they already have this RFID, but somehow or other RFID still miss.
Why miss?
Yeah, some tag is hidden or some tag is not able to transmit properly. Sometimes miss. So it creates some kind of what they call the concern. Maybe my stock is not properly read. Yeah, that's where at that moment actually we during the discussion we also suggested that why not you add in the computer vision part, because sometimes if let's say you whether or not you are you're confident with it when you see it. So if let's say AI computer vision AI is able to help you to verify the item is there, so I have maybe 10 in the carton, but then I also scan 10 RFID, confirm. Same thing. We have a RFID together with our facial recognition. You remember? Very same concept. Yeah, that one is running for the past 2 years already. Yeah. So the same concept can be applied in this area where your smart verification requires smart RFIDs. Sometimes you are still not very confident. Add in the AI will be 100% sure. That will be something like that. But I just want to relate back to RFID. In the old days, there's one thing called the RFID transponder. They don't call so much of RFID. They call transponder. Yeah, transponder. I still remember Texas Instrument is one of them. They built in the glass. I have one unit. I don't know where I put already because someone gave to me. So inside there is this wire winding. This wire winding is basically an antenna. You see, in your car, let's say right now, you pass by the toll, you put in the RFID. Those are sticker type, a PCB type. The antenna actually, the two sides actually they give you an antenna. So in the old days, let's see how old 1994, 30 years ago. Okay. Our passport, you remember our old passport, inside got insert one of the glass thing. Those many of you do not know. Actually, if you open up last time the old one, maybe you can find one piece inside. So that is it can transmit quite far. The logic and the concept of the theory, the whole thing about this RFID or transponder is, they actually, of course, for this RFID, you need to have a transceiver. Transceiver actually transmitting the power to the thing. And then how it reflect back, we see the transponder or right now the RFID in the car there, you don't have battery, right?
Yeah, no battery.
How can they transmit back the thing?
It receives the wave from the transmitter.
Yeah.
After it absorbs the energy, and then the rest, I think it will reflect back. Sometimes.
So actually the main logic is here. When they receive enough power, so it creates a kind of resonance. That's why the frequency channel is very important. So when you have this is something to relate to physics. When the what they call the antenna is able to absorb enough power, and then they tune into the right frequency. So it creates a resonance. This resonance is very powerful. So it's 100% received. So it uses this part of the energy from the RF to power up the circuit, and then this circuit is just enough hold by a capacitor, enough charge to use that power to transmit back something to you. That is how it can get. So it's based on the resonance theory. Yeah, it's based on a resonance theory, so that you can have the best power that you receive and to transmit it back. So the design of this tag is very important. Yeah. So talking about that, we go back to this thing. Yeah. So RFID is based on that concept. So right now there are how many types of RFID? UHF is right now is under approved band. Yeah, 860 and 960 megahertz. Those. I think some of the LoRa is also fall under this thing. Sigfox also fall under this thing, but this is a lower power, the transmission power of this one is very low. And then there is an allocated, it's a free license. You do not need to apply any license. And active RFID. So if let's say you want to do some RFID, RFID actually fall under the IoT lah, IoT. So for this active tag, meaning what? Active tag meaning you have to put a battery. You see, the range of the UHF RFID, those are passive. Passive, you can go up to maximum 12 meters. But most of the time, I think you go and downstairs and see it's about 3 meters, 2 meters. So beyond 6-7 meters also, you cannot. But the maximum you can go it depends on the design. And then plus active tag you have battery, you can do up to 100 meters. Just like Wi-Fi lah, 2.4G. You can transmit. I can ask, you can give me. I can scan you. And then NFC is just like MyFair, also 13.56 megahertz. Yeah, 13.56 megahertz. This one is 10 cm. 10 cm is what? About this one.
Very small.
10 cm.
So the new touch and go card.
Yeah, that's why you touch and go. Those are MyFair, also now running on 13.56 megahertz. That's why it's very short. Sometimes you have to go very near. Correct? Your credit card. Credit card. Let me see. Credit card. Old credit card using MyFair. Right now, I don't know. Maybe they use a
new one, the PayWave.
The NFC already lah. Maybe. Yeah, NFC. That's NFC. Yeah. MyFair. Right now it's NFC. So there is another one called RAIN RFID. Actually, it's a UHF also, but it has a standard called EPC, product code. EPC Gen 2, ISO. These are the standards. Also 12 meters. So in terms of a factory, you want to implement those things. I think it will fall under most of the UHF. Yeah. So you want to have a coverage of 12 meters. I think that is mainly. So okay, let's move on. So yeah. So this is going to be the last one in terms of implementation of RFID and Vision AI. In this case, you can see. Of course, very first you have the left hand side you may have a process with the MES. You want to do RFID. You want to do the past thing that we talk about, the object detection, verification, QC verification. But that one carry with the RFID. Let's say, so you want to verify and then you have to track that. And then you want to put into the. Hey, by the way, RFID also you can write. Not only reading. You can write, you can mark it inside, you can send something to write.
Or you can store the data inside.
Yeah, you can store the data inside. There's just a lot of these bytes for you to store. So that's why you can change. Depends on the usage. Okay. So the bottom one will be your warehouse. So both of these kind of thing can be implemented using the computer vision AI plus RFID. Yeah. So the RFID in the picture there is one of the very good one, the 𝐶𝐫 RFID transceiver, which I think is a very good one because they have this they are able to support those metal tag. So RFID, the most challenging part is to have a RFID that is want to stick onto those metal. So for your RFID in a car, they don't stick in your body.
No, they stick on the windshield there.
Your windscreen or your light, right? The front dash light, right?
Yeah.
Those are either glass or what? It's never metal.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's why that is that RFID is still applicable. So from there itself, as we are promoting or we are designing or we are working with partners in designing some of these the architecture for this smart manufacturing, especially on this part, we were able to share data over to on-prem database, also cloud kind of thing. So with that also you are able to track, you want to run your cloud to track these people. Can I use, can I identify where are they, you know, if let's say I have those data.
Yeah, can.
Ah.
It's just as possible.
So I can have okay, it's right now in the warehouse, or right now in the process 1 or process 2, or where, you know. So for this tracking, I think it's very practical, that one. Plus, plus you are able to also, you are able to exchange data to the ERP, especially those ERP software, they want the real time, you know. So customer is calling, where are you? You know, when are you going to deliver to us? Correct? So that can be interacting with this the on-prem cloud or cloud kind of database or historian. Yeah. So that can be part of that. So I think that picture, I hope is clear enough. You know, that is to end one chapter of our what we call the integration from RFID, from computer vision AI. How can you use both of them to apply in some of the smart inventory, or even in your process, you know, with the MES, and also to the ERP and then to the cloud. You know, these are the whole piece that conclude everything. But very important thing is Ken Leong to talk about this part. So in the computer vision AI, we know we have, last week we talked about object detection. Is there any other thing fall under this one? And then can you also explain to us how this thing work, and what are the I don't know whether it's fall under CNN, the convolution neural network. What are the big names inside the whole thing in the framework of computer vision AI? Maybe you can explain to the audience.
So we go to the slide there. Okay, so beside the object detection, actually before the object detection, we have the image classification first. So because the classification is something that more easier to achieve compared to the object detection. So when we do talk about the image classification, usually we are talking about want to identify what is the object in the image. So for example, in this case, the question that we ask is this a dog? So the AI will to answer whether this one is a dog or not a dog. Okay. And then for the object detection is what is there in image and where. So now we have extra information. We want to know where is the object in the image. So besides we know what are the things in the image, we also want to know the location of the object in the image. So actually beside these two, there are a lot more. So but these two is the most basic, the fundamental in the computer vision.
But it's mostly used.
Yeah.
They are most oftenly used, right?
Yes.
Most oftenly used in the computer vision. What is, I still don't quite get, what is actually the classification and the detection? What are main thing that make them different?
Object detection provide you the coordinate of the object in the image.
Okay. And then the classification is they have a different, what they call points of different key features that make them different.
Classification just tell you what are the things inside the image, but it cannot tell you where are they in the image. If let's say if the image not only contain a dog, also contain a cat, so it will tell you there's a dog, the cat, and then with their confidence level, how many %.
That is under classification.
Yes, but it cannot tell you the position of the dog and the position of the cat in the image.
Okay, now I want to ask you, in the defect detection, let's say we create a thing, we have this defect. In one product, maybe they have 3 defects. Which one is object, they use a computer vision object detection, and which part actually they use a classification?
Usually for the defect, people will use the object detection.
Enough.
Yeah. Actually, the object detection also combined with the classification already. At the moment it able to identify the object, actually, the next step you will do the classification. It will tell you what are the things that it locate.
Okay, so for that part, let's say we are training the computer vision AI model. Usually, let's say we use a TensorFlow. We use a TensorFlow. What are the other things that involved in the whole training? What are the big names that we have this kind of last time you say that we have SSD mobile net and those things. What can you just briefly describe to the audience? Maybe.
Okay, so for this one, we move to the next slide. Okay, so just now Mr. Lee talked about the TensorFlow. TensorFlow is a deep learning framework. So, but now we are talking about the classification model. Object detection model. So in the classification model, that one is the AI model that can perform the classification. So the TensorFlow is just a framework that provides the function or the library or some calculation that the classification model requires. So for example, we have the VGG net, so and then mobile net, REST net. So all these models actually, I think I arranged them in the sequence of how they develop.
I see. Yeah. The time frame when they started to do. So the latest one is the efficient net. I
think efficient net, some of them they are very quite close.
Inception
they come out.
REST net, I think I heard you talking about this REST net many times before. So, what about this object detection? YOLO is very, very famous.
Yes,
YOLO is very famous.
Already we have the YOLO V10.
Version 10.
Version 10 already. And then for the SSD mobile net, I think they're stocked at the SSD mobile net V2 or V3, then stocked already. Development there is stocked. And then we have the faster RCNN, mass RCNN. So the mass RCNN is the advanced version of the faster RCNN. So actually before faster RCNN, we have the fast RCNN. And then before fast RCNN, the first version is called the RCNN.
Okay.
There's a lot of versions.
A lot of this and I know computer, and this is a convolution neural network, right? CNN is a convolution neural network, just like our brain. So okay, that is to sum up everything. Okay, just before we end, we do have me and 𝐿 is going to do upcoming. We do have some webinar. We have a webinar preview. You have another slide to talk about that. Okay, no? But doesn't matter. That one.
After you attend the webinar, you know.
We do have a webinar. I think it's going to happen in sometime 31st of July. 30th of July. This is kind of preview for our AIoT masterclass, which is going to be a 3 days masterclass. But then we would like you to, let's say you find, if you are, let's say you are a fresh graduate, if you're a fresh graduate who want to go into this smart technology thing, you want to start from AI or you want to start from IoT, but more onto the industrial side, because we want to differentiate ourselves from the industrial to the commercial, because in the commercial application there are many different things in terms of AI and IoT. But in industrial, of course, we have to follow a certain standard because of reliability standards and so on. So we are going to be more on the industrial side. So for those of fresh graduates who want to go into which field, this is a good time for you to just come in and listen to us. It's good, to have. We are going to share some in-depth of how this AI and IoT is being, used in the industry. This is one part, and also we talk about some real theory, like those things that Kenon spoke about just now. They are inside, and for those of working adult who want to, previously maybe they study IT before, they study computer science before, or right now they are working in a different field, but they want to jump back to the technology field, or they are studying in any discipline at all, so they are right now working in a very related, related to technology, but they want to know more how they can step into the industrial world, especially on the AI and IoT. Of course, not AI and IoT we do have AMR and so on, but let's talk about IoT and AI only. This part we do have what they call our masterclass do cover some of this content and the teaching inside, and it's all we were having that in a very hands-on manner where you need to really do the hands-on. Even the building of the AI model also you are going to do hands-on. Yeah, this is one part. And for those of you who are entrepreneur who are startup, they want to start up, they start up their business, but maybe it's related to technology. Sometimes it's not really, but then you can also learn how technology is able to help you in building your business or building some of the solutions. Let's say you are providing some digital services to some of our clients. These are three main categories. Of course, we welcome everyone. We welcome everyone. So so you can scan the QR code if let's say you are interested. We are seeing you in the webinar. So is there any more that you want to add? No. So just follow us. If you find this channel relevant, and then we want to end with this Sembang bukan seberang Sembang.
Kita Sembang Technology.
Kita Sembang AIoT. With that, we would like to say goodbye and wish you a good weekend. Bye-bye.